Hi, my name is Maya. Welcome to my channel. I'm a nurse. I'm going to be getting ready for work right now. So I'm going to start with my skincare that I do in the morning. I like this brand called Biologique Recherche. I have a few products from them, but this is the lotion P50W 1970. They have a few different formulas, and this one is for sensitive skin. But this is meant to exfoliate your skin, keep it smooth, prevent breakouts, wrinkles, things like that. And I put it over my eyes, but I'm not sure if you're supposed to. But I always do everything on my eyes as well. Next, I go in with some of their serums. They have a lot of serum to choose from, but and it can be quite confusing trying to figure out what's what on the website. So you can email lots of places and they'll give you consultations. But I just went ahead and ordered what I thought would work for my skin. So I'm using oligoprotein marines. I'm using splenodermine, and I'm also using colostrum. At first I would do, sometimes I'd go one by one, but recently I've been in a rush, so I mix a few drops together. The oligoproteins, I do about 5. Splenodermine, I do about 3. And then colostrum, I do about 2. So the oligoprotein marines, the green one here, they recommend it for smoker skin. Oops, I did like 4. And what I've noticed, they also recommend it for like dark under eyes. It's supposed to brighten and exfoliate. What I noticed that it does is just that, but very gently. Yeah, I don't notice that much of a difference, but I had to use it for more than a month to notice any kind of a difference. Before, I felt like my skin had a little bit more texture. Now it's a little smoother and a little more even, and I think that it has to do, I think the oligoprotein did that. The splenodermine is for lifting the face and firming, and it has a thicker texture than the oligoproteins, but the splenodermine, I believe, might be their strongest firming serum, and it's supposed to tighten and lift your jowls, which is like this area here. I know I don't need it, but I just kind of wanted to see the effects of it. When I first used it, that was my favorite serum of these 3, because it, like, my skin looked like brand new, soft, smooth, bright, everything. If I were to recommend one or the other, it really depends on like your skin needs, but I love the firming serums. Colostrum is the strongest of the hydration serums, so it like provides the most moisture. And when I first started using this brand, I had very unbalanced skin. It was dry. I kept getting rosacea, dermatitis around this area here. My skin was just like out of whack, so I thought I needed the strongest or the most potent hydration serum, but I think this is too heavy for me. It might be better in the winter, which is why I kind of mix all 3 together. I love this one, but it's a little too strong for me. I like hydration, but this is a little too much for me. And then this one is thin, and kind of, I didn't really see that many results by itself when I used it by itself, so I just like kind of dilute the rest. This is my little concoction here. Alright. After I'm done with the serums, I go in with the cream dermopurifiante. This cream it looks like this. A lot of these products really stink, but I don't even smell it anymore, but I'm sure if someone who's never used this smelled it, they would be really grossed out. But I like the smell now because I like the effects it has on my skin. So I just take a small amount of it. This is how it looks. It's one of their yeasty kind of creams, so it has that kind of bready, yeasty smell, meant to help breakout prone skin, and it says it's for oily skin, and I believe it has like a matte finish, but I find that this provides a lot of moisture for me, and I definitely don't have oily skin, so I don't know. It just has like a really smooth, silky feeling, and it really does. I haven't had a breakout since I've started using this brand. So I say, like, if you are dealing with breakouts first, deal with your skin problem first. So if you have rosacea, deal with that first, and then go in trying to target if you have sagging here, or like if you have big pores, they have products for that too. But deal with the problematic part of your skin first, like acne, rosacea, things like that, and then you can move on with like their different products like the splenodermine or the oligo protein marines. Also, I think I mentioned this, but I'm not sure if I did. The oligo protein marines is also supposed to brighten your under eyes. I don't really have, it looks like it, I think, in this lighting, but I'm not bothered by it, and I really don't feel like it does anything for my under eyes. Anyway. Okay, so that's my skincare routine, and I'll move on to my my makeup routine before work. So I have here the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Let me just put that everywhere. And I have here the Lancôme Maquicomplet Concealer. I've been using this for a really long time. I like this better than any other concealer, but it's still not perfect. It's a little too thick. I want something drier. I'm looking for something drier and thinner. Okay. So then I go in with my Hourglass Diffused Light Powder. It's the yellow one. And then I take a beauty blender. It's a little dirty. And I just go in with it dry because right now I'm too lazy to go get it wet. But I just tap that right over the concealer. And then I put it everywhere else that I would like to just brighten and stand out. So then I go in with my bronzer. I have the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion bronzers. I have them in two colors. The color wiped off on the back, but I know I have 15i, which is this color here, and then I believe this one is 25i, which is this color here. So this looks a little like more contourish. This looks like more orangey. So I mix the two together, and I don't use blush because I feel like this replaces my need for blush. I'm going to put the 15i on with the Goss number 12 brush. This is, I believe he came out with like newer colored bristles, but this is the first go around. Anyway. Go over my eyelids because I'm not going to put on any eyeshadow. I don't want to waste time. My skincare paired with the primer from Hourglass ensures that my makeup won't slip and slide everywhere because I literally have no time to check how I look in the mirror. And I don't want to be taking care of patients and talking to my coworkers with like my makeup sliding all across my face, which is why I stick with like primer and then just powders. I find that they last the longest. I mean, I could use like my old favorite, like Estee Lauder Double Wear or something like that, but I also don't want to feel like I'm wearing a bunch of makeup to work. So then I go in with the Goss 00 brush. I love this one. Just so pretty. And I go in with the 25 eye bronzer. And I just add warmth to my face. I hope you can see it. Put it everywhere. And I'm kind of packing it on because I then go in with powder. Now I'm using the Burberry nude powder, sheer luminous pressed powder in the color Ochre, number 20. And it's a sheer powder, it's not a foundation powder, but you can use it a foundation powder too. This has a little luminosity through it, and then I'm putting it on with my Goss 13 brush. It's like the mineral buffing brush. I just go into it and start on my bottom, just so I can kind of like, carve out if I like went too low with my bronzer. I'll put it on the tip of my nose, kind of everywhere where I have no bronzer at first. And then I'll just blend out my bronzer with this. Okay. And if you feel like you wiped off too much of that bronzer, go ahead and add some more. We're almost done. I'm just taking the beauty blender and wiping any powder off of my eyebrows. I am now going in with my Anastasia clear brow gel. Sometimes I take longer on my brows, sometimes I just leave it like this. Just running that through. And for tonight, I think I'm gonna just, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of eyebrow pencil. I'm using the uemura Hard Formula Hard 9. What color is this? I think it's called like Seal Brown or something like that. And I like putting the brow gel on first. I feel like it gives powder something to stick to. I feel like it gives even pencil something to stick to. And my eyebrows are more organized and in place, so I can see where I really need to fill them in or not. So that way I don't overdo them, because I kind of have thick brows already. I just kind of want to fill in some places where I can use some definition. That's fine for me today. So that's my skincare and makeup look. If you have questions, please ask, and I will try my best to answer. Yep, Thank you for watching. Bye.